Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second live instalment with Jacko and myself. We obviously didn't bugger it up too much last week, so Gameface kindly welcomed us back. So it's good times. We'd like to get the sponsors out the way first. SWIVS Locker, Game Changer, StrapIt Sports Tape and Garrleigh Trophies, and obviously looking for some sponsorship ourselves, maybe get some hoodies and some merch out there. But Jacko, another week for us, mate.
Donk, good to be here again, mate. You've remembered it's Saturday, not Sunday this week.
I've got my days sorted this week, so it was nice of you boys to let me know after the show when it was all said and done that it was actually Saturday, not Sunday.
Minor slip up, mate. All good.
That's a little clip on me, but the elephant in the room, mate. Talk me through that haircut. That's a massive, massive statement.
Yeah. So obviously I didn't have it last Saturday, so I went home after the show, a bit bored, and a few other friends have been doing it, and I thought, why not? So I went down to Coles, got the mix, and 45 minutes later it was bleached. And
yeah, right.
For the first couple of days, I woke up, sort of looked in the mirror, and forgot I had it, and thought, oh, what the hell? But no, it's starting to warm on me, mate.
It's starting to warm on you. Well, I'm glad it's warming on you because Jackson fry is starting to resemble a McDonald's fry at the minute.
Yeah.
So do you have a missus? I'm not sure of your relationship.
No, I don't. So I don't have anyone to answer to at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you'll have one for the next 3 months. So
and the rest.
Good timing. So. No, well, of course we are live, and it's always dangerous and whatnot. But make sure you send in your comments in the live chat, and we'll hopefully read some out throughout the show. Yeah, so we're looking forward to another good show, Jacko.
Mate, absolutely. Yeah, good to be here, and hopefully 1 week closer to a shortened footy season, mate. We obviously itching to get into it, and as we've sort of seen during the week, mate, we'll touch on it now. As the SFL has reduced the salary cap due to an AFL recommendation by 50%. And then another 25% for a 9-game season.
Yep.
So obviously for us in second division, be 27,500 across 9 games, which makes it interesting, but probably a good thing, mate. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I guess it's just well, if the AFL's recommending it, it's probably a good idea to have a look at it. You know, most clubs probably in Div 2 aren't spending that much, regardless. But you know, it can save clubs from getting themselves in trouble and whatnot, and spending money they probably don't have. So. It's probably a good idea, and you know, just the thought of getting footy back this year is a real winner for mine. So there's a meeting on the 12th of May.
Yeah, yep. So the government obviously said that up until the 11th of May was still in restrictions, hoping to lift them by then. Then there'll be a meeting on the 12th, with hope that we can start maybe on the Queen's birthday weekend, which would be a huge. I assume they'd obviously redo the fixture. And I'd guess that maybe there could be some games played on that Monday, which would be good.
Well, yeah, all fingers are crossed
with
for that.
With Good Friday not going ahead, that wouldn't be a bad one to Springvale, Hampton Park. That'll be
down at Newcomen Road, big open space on Queen's birthday. Well, let's hope for that. You know,
mate, that would attract a huge crowd if we could get that off the line.
I bet.
So hopefully that can happen. But yeah, as you said, clubs, you know, obviously not sponsorships are probably down. Gate takings obviously are down, and with that comes money or no money for match payments. So. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing, and I don't know what other leagues are doing, but you'd like to think that any guys that have come to clubs on massive money as new recruits are just keen to play, and they're probably not going to get the pay packet they would have liked, but it's all about playing for the love of the game.
That's it, mate, and I know everyone's chomping at the bit.
Absolutely, mate.
Not just the players, but the supporters, and everyone just, you know, Australia is footy, and
absolutely,
the sooner we get that back, the better.
Now, mate, quick, just before we move on, I was going to ask you, have you been down to the Patterson River at all? Have you ran it again?
Yeah, I was down there last night.
Fantastic.
It was a bit windy, actually. I've got the Strava app. I don't know if you're on Strava.
I signed up last night. I hadn't heard of it. Until last night.
So I've just jumped on that within the week, and I've actually started one for the club. So
awesome.
The netballers have jumped on that. The players and any supporters.
Fantastic.
It's good to get the partners. If you want to go for a walk with the kids, the little billy lids, the dogs. So down Paddo River last night. It was a bit windy, so
bit of a tailwind.
Yeah, a bit of a tailwind one way, and then coming back up. It was a big headwind. I seen Coach Tomo out there riding his bike, and.
The local mayor of Patterson Lakes, he's now known himself as.
You been keeping fit during the week?
Yeah, I've ran it the last couple of days actually, and might even go down there again. So it's quite busy on the weekends because I think people are just making best of their our exercise, mate.
Well, if you go down there today, I'd probably put a beanie on for your sake. Now we are going live to our second guest. We'll give him a ring now. Jack Williams from the Dingley Football Club. Let's hope he answers first time round.
Newly coming back to Dingley from Bomb Beach. Be good to speak to Jack.
It's always dangerous on live broadcasting. They might not answer. So if he doesn't answer, we'll get back to him.
Hello.
Jack Williams, you've got the Donk and Jacko on Jacko and Donk Uncensored. How are you, pal?
Good, mate. Good. What's happening? Thanks for having me.
That's all right, mate. So you're you're actually the second live guest to ever appear on our show. You can put that on your resume. How does that make you feel, mate?
Oh yeah, it'd be up there with up at the top, I reckon.
All right, that's good. Then we might go on to your footy resume, mate. So started your juniors at Dingley, and then obviously played some Tat Cup and co-captained the Sandringham Dragons to a premiership. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, mate. That's right.
That's obviously
that's probably the top, I reckon.
That's probably a highlight.
From there. Yeah,
definitely not
downhill from here.
Because all good blokes get captains, and you know, were you ever a chance of getting drafted? You know, you captained a side to a premiership. What do you think?
Nah, I don't think I was ever a chance to get drafted.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a good experience playing with a few boys that are running around now. That's for sure.
Who was in that side?
Liam Sumner,
yep.
To GWS, Alex Woodward Hawthorn, Xavier Richards,
yep.
Sydney, Ben Daru Richmond, Tom Langdon Collingwood. There's a few. I reckon I could go on for another 5-10 minutes. Yeah, play with a few of them.
Well, good. Mate, if the AFL recruited good blokes, you probably still wouldn't have got drafted. So that's bad luck for you.
Oh, funny.
And then to Bond Beach.
Yeah, then to Bond Beach. I went to Sandy after that for a few years, and then
the VFL.
A bloke that coached me in the TAC Cup got me down to Bond Beach, and spent 4 years there. Really good football club. Met a bunch of great blokes down there. So
it is a great club.
Then, yeah,
Jack, I just want to ask you, mate. Obviously, you had 4 years at Bond Beach. What was it like playing with the guys like Jackson Casey and Shane McDonald?
Yeah, Jackson Casey, he's just an animal. Just hunts the footy. Great leader. Shane McDonald, he'd be up there with probably the best I've played with.
I was going to ask you that. Definitely the best I've seen in local footy. Absolute star.
Yeah,
you played
has been for a long time.
You played with one of your boyfriends, Trent Dennis Lane. I know you were housemates with him. What was it like running around with him?
Yeah, he's up there as well. He's a superstar. Just finds ways to kick goals from nowhere. He's just does the special things week in, week out. So yeah, it's good to play with him, and hopefully try to get him down to Dingley in the next couple of years.
And
good.
Yeah, speaking of Dingley, you played with your boyfriend. Now you're playing with your older sister Sam. Back at Dingley, your older brother, of course, Sam Williams. Shouts out to him. Back at Dingley, mate. How's that going?
Yeah, it's good. We had a good solid pre-season, so we've all got fit for no reason, really, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
But yeah, a couple of good recruits, a couple of boys coming back to. That's just a truck going past.
Throw some names out there. Who we got? Who we recruited?
Other than yourself.
We've got Cam Hansen from St Kilda City.
He's a good player.
Who's a jet.
Yep.
We've got Big Mason, Big T-Rec, who's a big presence.
Matty
so
T-Rec. I played with him at Chelsea Heights. He's an absolute unit.
Yeah. So we've also got Aaron Dunn returning from Mount Eliza, who's a ex-Dingley boy too.
Yep, know him well.
Back to his juniors. And then we've got Aaron Hodges from Old Mentonians.
Oh, very good, mate. Mate, I just want to ask you just quickly, you guys played Frankston YCW in a practice match, and I hear there was very glowing reports from your lineup, and you had a good result in that game.
Yeah, we did. We our first half in particular was really, really good. And then I think as a game, I think we might have got up by a point. I think they obviously had a few out. We had a couple out.
Yep.
But yeah, we gelled pretty well together, which was good. So positive signs if we get a start.
And coming across from the MPNFL, where a lot of people would say the footy's probably a bit quicker and a bit slicker. You only sort of played the practice match at Dingley. It's a bit slower in the Southern League, a bit more stoppages. How do you find that?
Yeah, like you said, very stoppage-based, the SFL. MPNFL flows a bit more. But like our recruits, like Big T-Rec will be massive for us.
Yeah.
Because it's a stoppage-based comp. Cam Hansen in the middle. So, yeah, I reckon we'll go pretty well this year.
I was at that game, Jacko, and that obviously against Frankston YC, and you were doing some bizarre things out there. You were running too fast. I once seen you tripped over the 50-metre line. I think you tripped over every single sprinkler head out there, mate. What?
I reckon I know where this is going.
Oh, mate, we won't get any footage up today. But, there is some good footage that I might have to share next week of you, courtesy of Stephen Hughes. Anyway, mate, there's some big egos down at Dingley. Obviously, you got Ferg, Hodge. Who's the biggest ego down there? And who's the big dogs down there?
Two blokes. They've both got real big heads in general. It'd be Hodgie and Jackson Pete.
Yep.
So, yeah, it'd be a toss of the coin between them two. Ferg's close second too. So,
okay.
There's a few big egos getting around that are pretty happy with themselves, aren't there?
Yeah.
As you'd know.
There is, mate. There is. It's a good footy club and obviously a lot of good friends down there. And the new coach, how he's going? Obviously,
really
Morwood's moved on and you got the big fella coaching down there. He obviously hasn't got to coach any official games, but how you keeping busy anyway?
Yeah, Danny's going really well. Like it was one of the toughest pre-seasons I've done in a while. The running was really good, so really solid.
Did Aidsy do most of the training with you boys? Obviously, he's a playing coach, is he?
He did the warm-up. He did the warm-up, bit of running, and as you know, he's getting on a bit now, so he looked after himself a bit, but he did most of the stuff.
Yeah, he's a star regardless.
But yeah, like as everyone is, just watching a bit of Netflix at the moment, doing a bit of exercise, actually trying to work as much as you can so you can get out the house and not hang out with the missus all day.
Yeah, I can imagine. You and Jem having a few tiffs, are you?
No, we've been good.
Nah, she's good.
As you know, you need to get around the blokes a bit.
You're on the job site as we speak, aren't you? You're at work today.
I am.
And
you've been out here?
Yeah, I have been out there at the old prison, Pentridge Prison, H Division.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Who you got out? Taylor Rainey or Mitch Robertson out there today, or are they not on the tools?
No, they've gone now. No, but they I don't know if you can tell me, Jack. Over they both reckon they go all right. Is that true?
Pretty handy footballers, yeah. No, Tay obviously played in the senior premiership last year, and Robbo just missed out. He played in the twos, but they go all right, mate. I didn't realise you worked with those two. Great lads.
They are great lads.
And you're obviously making a paycheck because we've got a photo of you and your newborn here. Obviously, you can't see them. So congratulations to you and the family, mate.
You stitched up there, Jack.
I tell you what, I reckon I didn't see that one coming. I thought the sprinkler head one might have got a run, but I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, well, if I do love one thing, it's a few cheap shots. And we thank you for your time this morning, Jack. Obviously, taking time out of work, so you should thank us too. And enjoy the rest of your
Jack,
weekend,
thanks
buddy.
for coming on the show, mate. Great stuff.
You got anyone else around the league that we should be calling up in a few weeks' time on our next show? Obviously not from Dingley or Springvale. Anyone around the league, you know? Any? We don't want the cliche boys. We want the good fellas. It's good fun.
From St. Paul's, Matt Kremborg's pretty happy with himself. I reckon he'd be.
All right. You reckon the Donk could talk to him?
Yeah, I reckon you could take the piss out of him.
All right. Thanks for your time, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Good on you, Jack. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Jack Williams from the Dingley Football Club. We thank him for his time. He's an absolute ripping fella and look forward to seeing him do some damage in the SFL.
Yeah, great to have him on the show. Great stuff, Donk. Now moving on, mate. The infamous Idiot of the Week. Yep. Thanks to SWIVS Locker. Ryan Hayward down at SWIVS. If you need any apparel, get onto the SWIV. He's a great fella. Now, drink driving, mate. It's quite common in Australia. A lot of people get caught. You shouldn't do it. And two, I won't say super well-known AFL players, but known well enough in Lockie Hunter.
Lockie Hunter's he's a vice-captain of that footy club.
Tyson Stengel was on Richmond's list, hasn't probably set the world on fire, but that's irrelevant.
He's gone to the Crows now.
He's at the Crows.
He looked dangerous in their pre-season match, so these two haven't done themselves any favours.
Drink driving. Lockie Hunter, obviously in Albert Park, ran into Bailey Smith's girlfriend's parents' car.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
Well, those pretty wide streets out there.
Yeah, he had a fair bit of movement to probably get out of the way.
So
but
he's had a bust up with the missus, from all reports. He's gone to his Land Cruiser. He's jumped in that. He's obviously playing on his phone, blind. 4 times the legal limit.
Recipe for disaster.
Sending her a text message and going bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and
we do not condone
cars.
it all. But you know what I do like? It's quite clever by Lockie. He's brought down a couple with him. And that's what team sports are all about. So we do have Bailey Smith. And they're off to Bow. Whose house were they?
I'm not too sure. Billy Gowers. Yes, former Carlton player Billy Gowers. So he's dragged a few. If I'm going down, boys, you're coming with me.
And it's smart, and it's good by them to go take a bit of the heat off their teammate. Yeah. And we don't condone that at all. It's totally against the law.
Yeah, so not good from those two. They can take a whack.
What was more annoying was Tom Brown's tweet.
Yes,
I know we had a look at it pre-show, and he was pretty much saying the pressure of this isolation and whatnot has, kind of. Played their role in this and drove him to the point where he thought it was a good idea to drive his car
Yeah.
pissed down the road.
I
and
don't know what
crash it.
Tom Brown was thinking there, putting that on Twitter. I mean, there's no excuse for it. I understand everyone's under the pump, but he's been charged on summons and he'll have to front the court.
Yeah.
And I think he'll also probably get stripped of his vice captaincy at the
Yeah,
Bulldogs.
you
I don't
would have
know
thought,
what
and
sort
it's
of.
probably deserved. He was 2 times the legal limit.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to do it, don't get caught, obviously, and don't crash.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And so a Donk stagger. There's been a few comments wanting the.
Yes, absolutely. We've wanted this segment back.
So where this segment originated from, I did used to have my own show on Springvale's own page called DTV, and it was quite successful, and it really took off and had a cult following, if I don't mind saying.
Yeah, I was one of them, mate. I did enjoy tuning in.
Yep. I do remember an inbox all those years ago congratulating me on my show.
It was a great show.
So my Donk stagger this week is just the cliches in the media, boys. It's boring. It's batshit boring. You play that straight bat. If we have you on this show and you start giving me cliches, I'll cut you straight away. So just everyone keep that in mind. If you're on the Jacko and Donk Uncensored, don't come at me with that. Don't bore me to tears.
1 week at a time.
I might be the first bloke culled from his own show. But if you come at me with that cliche shit, you'll be getting the cut. You'll be getting straight sheep's head. All right? And that's Donk stagger. You've been warned.
That is brilliant. Great to have Donk stagger back, mate. That was sensational. And I'm with you on that. The old 1 week at a time.
Mate,
all those. That's
records.
just one of many.
Broken bloody records, yeah.
So, no, mate, we'll sort out a guest, and the guest for next week, we don't know who it is, but you've been warned. No cliches, mate. Moving on to Legend of the Week, thanks to Garrleigh Trophy Centre. Hopefully we can have some sport back soon so you can get your trophies from there. Mate, one of your teammates, an opponent I've played on many times, and one of the great fellas of Southern footy, Stefan Popperfian, recently returned from Japan, I believe.
Yeah, so just as this coronavirus, COVID-19, was taken off, Popper and his beautiful partner thought it was a good idea to take off to Japan. where it probably wasn't at the time, but, they bit the bullet.
Yeah, he'd obviously booked it a while back.
They booked it in advance, and they had to cut it a bit short, but he came home, he was in isolation, the self-isolation for 2 weeks minimum, and, he come up with this.
All right, boys. Butchered, lockdown edition. Hope everyone's staying safe. The world's gone bloody mad. You can blame coronavirus for that. And apparently it all started with someone eating a bat. And now there's all these rules. You've got to keep your 1.5. Can't go out unless it's essential. You've got to hand sanitize. Greg Scott's making TikToks. It's a sight for sore eyes. And now we've got a new footy show hosted by Donk and Jackson Fry. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's real bizarre. Everyone's posting more, showing the things that they do. Griff's uploading daily workout photos. We're up to day 42. And Georgie's still losing his shit, but you won't believe who to. It's not to the umpires this time, it's the fucking Crash Bandicoot. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, it's real bizarre. Ooh, Springy. Ooh, Springy, I miss you like crazy, I miss you like crazy. Right now I should be kicking goals. Right now I should be kicking goals. Right now I should be kicking goals. I'd be in front by 8. The Rat Pack don't know what to do now, they can't hit the town. I've seen 101 Dalmatian pics, all posted by Nathan Brown. And if you break the rules, Cummings will be there to hand out a fine. I've got nothing to do, I've got nothing to see, I think I'm losing my mind. I'm starting to miss the things that I used to hate the most. I miss here Potter, get up the ground, leave Scootsy, 1 out by the coach. I miss Will Neville, actually no I don't, but I miss rolling the dice. I'm even starting to think I miss the guys cooking dinner on Thursday nights. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, it's real bizarre. Ooh, Springy, ooh, Springy, I miss you like crazy, I miss you like crazy. Right now I should be kicking goals. Right now I should be kicking goals. Right now I should be kicking goals, but I'll have to wait. Love you boys. Hope everyone's staying safe. Hooroo.
Well, Papa Fan, obviously we forgot to put the language warning in there, so a late language warning to our beautiful audience out there, and that's unreal by Papa. And to be honest, I've seen he's done a few. He's got his own SoundCloud. It's butchered if anyone's interested. He comes up with those in a day or two maximum.
That's unbelievable how he would turn up so quickly.
Well, with a face like that, you got to be good at something. And Papa, you're the best MC in the SFNL, hands down. So obviously our show got a shout out in that. We got to mention.
Mate,
so
fantastic. Thank you, Pop. That was good.
We're moving along quite nicely compared to our sister station over there at Live and Loose. We're still in their audience, and as soon as you're getting mentioned in rap songs and songs like that, come and speak to us, lads. So
we're on the way up.
Great work, Papa Fian. Great work.
Great stuff, Pop, mate. And one more thing, Legend of the Week. Quick shout out to the Clayton crew for their ISO TikToks. If anyone hasn't seen that, jump on their Facebook page or the Game Face SFNL group. Very good work there from the Clays, Donk.
Yeah. So if anyone else, you want to send some nominations in, please do. And if Pop a great work. I'd hate to make this show all about Springvale. So if your club's doing good things, make sure you send them in to us, and we'd love to get them out there. Have a look.
Great stuff, mate. Now moving on, a bit of sports chat, mate. We're going to have a tip of the week.
Okay.
So every week we're going to have whether the racing be at Caulfield, Pakenham, wherever, Flemington. Caulfield race 4, number 3 today. We've sort of dedicated this one to our producer Will Hunter. The horse is named Willy Willy. Black and pink is its colours, obviously the Game Face colours. So Caulfield race 4, number 3. If you can get on that, I think it's paying $61 fixed odds. So if it does win, I reckon that's one.
I like that, Will. Willy Willy. And my tip of the week would probably be brought to you by Super Punt. Hummer in race 7 at Caulfield. It's paying $8.50. So
beautiful. That's
a nice little bet. And just while we're on the racing subject, shout out to my nan. My auntie's just sent me a photo. She's reading the form guide and got the Jacko and Donk Uncensored on the iPad. So
great.
Shouts out to you, Nan. Pick a few winners today, love.
Love it. Now, next week, mate, we've had a bit of feedback. We're going to do a mailbox segment. So a mailbag segment, I should say, a bit like Sam Newman on the Footy Show.
Beautiful. Love it.
So if anyone's got anything they want to send in, it can either inbox you or me or the Game Face Facebook page.
Beautiful.
And we will run a bit of a segment with that next week.
Cool. And obviously, what else we got? We almost done, are we?
We're just about ready to wrap it up. We're gonna swing to a few comments. I know there's been a few comments that have been put on the page. So Will's got them sorted for us.
A couple of absolute rippers here, boys. Your mate Sammy Ridgway, crikey, Jacko, that hair is putrid.
Thanks, Slammer.
True words never been spoken.
Yeah, spot on. I agree.
Deegan Vokes, these pockets have seen better days.
Yes, I've heard all this before.
One of your teammates, Aaron Ellisy, what the F happened to your head fry? Man, off your head.
So pretty much everyone's sledging me about my hair, and that's what I expected, and I'm happy to cop it. I was going to wear a hat, and I thought there's no point.
No,
you're better off owning it and copping it.
I think my favourite was actually from your old man, Jacko. Is that Jacko or Billy Idol?
Very good resemblance there. That's uncanny.
And Chris Gray wants David Monahan to get his donk out.
Yeah. Well, it is uncensored. I'm not sure we got the pixels big enough to cover the big fella up. But
a big one.
Don't have enough pixels in the Game Face budget at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. We'll get there. Check your inbox, Chrissy, and shouts out to you, Chris Gray.
Mate, so thanks to Game Face, thanks to Will. Obviously, we've got through our second episode to our broadcast partners, Game Changer, SWIVS Locker, Garrleigh Trophies, StrapIt Sports Tape. I'll give a quick shout out. One to Nathan Wilson. Nanga, happy birthday, mate. Another one to a good friend of mine, Josh Dowling. You're a mercenary. Stop chasing the cash.
Yeah,
mate, any more shout outs to you?
Nah, shouts out. We loving this show. We're having some good fun with it. So hopefully we can just keep building, get some sponsors.
That's it, mate. We'll keep an eye out on the page next week. We'll have who's going to be the special guest that will be coming on the show. That's about it, mate. Donk, thanks again.
Thanks, Jacko.
I might see you around the Paddo River. I'll make sure I have a beanie on.
Beautiful, mate. Love it. Thanks, guys.